we settle for men who are available and right in front of us.
Can a woman find the man that she looking for? Yes. I think she can get the man she wants if she's willing to give him what he's looking for, cater to him, be consistent and feminine. And that's regardless of a woman's physical appearance, because she can change that using makeup. I mean, we see it all the time. You know, TikTok videos, a woman may be a 4, she puts the makeup on, she's a 10. So she can change the way she looks physically with makeup. She can change her hair using weaves, wigs, extensions, lace fronts. She can change her eye color using color contact lenses. They're already changing the shape of their bodies using body contouring, suits and girdles. So there's many things a woman can do to change her physical appearance, because attractiveness, of course, is important, but um, being in a correct geographical location is important too, because you're not going to always be able to find the individual you're looking for if you live in a certain area where they're not predominantly at. So, but also if you're a homebody, you need to pretty much get yourself out there. You need to put yourself in situations where you're able to meet new people. Some people don't like clubs, but try a lounge. A lounge is more for the grown and sexy, a little bit more upscale than, and you're not really required to dance or have to dance. At a lounge, you just sit back, chill, nice atmosphere. And let's say you're at a lounge and you see somebody you're attracted to. And if you're a woman, you may always feel like, well, it's the man's responsibility. Listen, if you want something, go after it. When you want a degree, you don't sit back and wait for the degree to come to you. You go after it. When you want a job, you don't wait for the job to come to you. You go after it. At some point in your life, you got to decide to go after the things that you want, period. And you don't necessarily have to make the first move per se, but you can actually make yourself more inviting so that the man that you're interested in can can see you as more approachable. I mean, hey, you don't. I'm not saying you got to walk around smiling all the time, but if you see a man that you're interested in and you two happen to catch each other's eye, hell, smile at the guy. What's wrong with that? Smile at him. Hey, you can even just say, you can just say hi. From across the room, whatever. If you're at a lounge, you can even tell the bartender send that guy another round of whatever he's drinking. And if that guy is interested, best believe he's coming over, introduce himself. He's gonna take it from there. A lot of times, too often, women will feel like, hey, if he's the type of man that I'm interested in, then he'll basically make the first move. He'll do this. He'll do that. And if he doesn't do it, then he's not what I'm looking for. And I don't want no shy man. I don't want no man who doesn't know what he wants. But listen, you never know. A high value man doesn't always have to make the first move. In fact, in many cases, if a celebrity, comes into a room, let's say it's a famous football player or a famous athlete, uh, actor, entertainer of some sort, you got women busting down the doors to get in there and put their pitch in, let them know that they're interested and they're available, giving them their number, hell, their underwear. I mean, you look at some artists like Drake, you know, they throw so many underwear on stage. It's like they have a buyback program. If Drake was to walk into a room, I bet you women are not going to just sit back and say, well, I'm going to wait till he makes the first move. No, you're going to get off your butt. You're going to run across that room. And you're going to be begging him to take your number. And if he wants you to cook, clean, cater to him, learn quadratic equations, you're going to do it all. You're going to do it because you're going to do what you need to do to be with the type of man you want to be with. So at the end of the day, why don't you just do what you need to do to be with the type of man that you want to be with? It's just that simple. If you want something, go after it. Many women today do not have the man that they're looking for because they refuse to go after him. But you settle for the man that does step up to the plate and come and speak to you. You just settle for him. At the end of the day, you're in control of your own destiny for the most part. Now, keep in mind, there's more women than there are men, so there are not going to be enough high value men, or let's say high value alpha men. They're not going to be enough high value. There's not going to be enough high value men, period, for women because there's just not enough men for every woman to go around. It's just more women, period. So you definitely have there's definitely a deficiency when it comes to the number of high value alpha males out here. And it seems that every woman pretty much wants to get her hands on one of those high value alpha males. But maybe women should try asking some of the women who are married, that are married to high value alpha males or have been divorced, and they can tell you all the ups and downs they had to go through, and some of the trials and tribulations that they have to endure, in order to just keep the relationship going. Because at the end of the day, being with a high value alpha male is no walk in the park. For the most part, it's going to be demanding. You're not going to be, you might not be the number one person in that relationship, because see, a high value alpha male already considers himself the prize. The woman is not the prize. He's the prize. He knows that he's rare. He knows that he's like a unicorn. He knows that almost every woman out here is looking for him. So there's really no incentive for him to really be monogamous or faithful, because he can break up with a female, break up, and the next day, I wouldn't even say with less than 24 hours, have another female at his side. Because essentially all the women are out here looking for him. So um, I think I think women should sometimes consider maybe a high value beta male, because high value beta male, hey, he's still high value, he's still financially stable, but he's going to be a little bit more emotionally involved with a woman. He's going to care a little bit more or a lot more about her, how she feels about things, about her emotions. You know, now he's not going to be as maybe focused and determined, and some of the attributes that alpha male has. But at the end of the day, hey, he's still successful, and he comes with other qualities that she can basically admire. I think I think a lot of women also, at some point in the process of them waiting for Mr. Right, they pretty much get desperate and they end up settling, especially if they have a biologic, if when they're concerned about their biological clock, they have a time frame of when they want their family to be in place. So they get desperate and they just settle, and ultimately they end up regretting that, because even if they're happy with their kids, they're still not happy with the male that they chose. So at some point they're gonna regret it. They're gonna have buyer's remorse, and and at that point it's gonna be a bad situation for both the man and the woman. So, um, it seems like the dating market has changed significantly. You see a lot more friends with benefits out here. You see a lot of women actually, since they can't find Mr. Right or the man, the ideal mate, they're dating multiple people at the same time, and taking the individual qualities of each individual, and then using that as their as well, essentially they're dating multiple people because they can't find exactly what they're looking for in one mate, so in one male, so they're just dating multiple. And in some cases, some of these women are using these guys as sponsors. Maybe two or three of them are paying bills, one of them are taking them out for free meals, and the other one is the one that they're basically sexually intimate with, and he's getting off scot free from paying bills, because the other fools are paying bills. So um, it's a lot of trickery going on, and because of this, a lot of beta males are actually becoming hostile to the whole dating scene, and they're pretty much checking out. Men go their own ways, red pill. A lot of men are just tired of being screwed over and messed over, because they feel like, hey, emotionally, they're trying to put themselves out there, and these women are just stepping on them because they don't feel as though they're good enough. They're all chasing the alpha male, and see, an alpha female, um, she's attracted to an alpha male. She seeks an alpha male, but because of the masculine energy that she's putting out, she's not usually able to keep them. But I'll tell you this: when a alpha female is in the presence of an alpha male that she's truly interested in, she naturally reverts into a more feminine role. So it just happens naturally. It's not a switch she has to click. It just naturally happens. And anytime an alpha female is with a man and she's constantly in her masculine energy, constantly in an aggressive mode, then that's a good sign that she's really not interested in that individual long term, or she just doesn't respect him. So I mean, so guys, if you're involved with the alpha female, I'm telling you, if she's always in her masculine energy, she's not really she's not really feeling you. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you what you're gonna end up doing. But um, you know, all the alpha female has to do is really be feminine for the most part, and that's like kryptonite to an alpha male. That's yin to his yang. So he's got the masculine energy part all covered. So he just needs that feminine woman to step in and pretty much they're in there like swimwear. So um, I think ultimately though, hopefully women will just realize that if you're willing to just go after what you're interested, if you're actually willing to go after the type of man you want, you'll more times than not be successful. But keep in mind, if everyone's chasing the alpha males and there's not enough alpha males to go around for each woman, some of you women are going to be sharing the same type of man. It's just as simple as that. A lot of women are chasing this person or that person, this celebrity, that's a person. It's like 1,000 women chasing for chasing each every. I was probably a couple thousand women chasing each and every celebrity out there. So it's kind of like you got to understand at some point, if you haven't found the man that you're looking for within a matter of a couple of years, you might need to adjust your list some, or basically just try to find a suitable beta male and try to grow with him, fill in the gaps, and upgrade him, whatever. But try to build a beard. I think that's what they call it. Try to work things out with him because at the end of the day, if you're trying to have a family and you're going on and you're in your late 30s, going in your 40s, hey, I don't know if you're gonna be. I don't know if it's wise to be waiting another 5, 6, 7, 10 years for Mr. Right. To have a family with. What they say, you might have to choose Mr. Right for right now, because ultimately you don't want to be in a situation where you just waited too late. And there's a lot of women out here that are waiting too late. I mean, some of them are freezing their eggs and different. They're using different options. So, but um, everybody's not going to be able to get ultimately at the end of the day exactly what they're looking for. So as long as you understand that, it's all good. Take care. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification, and like.